In the depths of the Atlantic Ocean, 600 kilometers west of the African continent, lies an unremarkable chain of volcanic islands. A few hundred years ago, this was a desolate, uninhabited land, yet today it has become one of the most stable democracies in West Africa. This is Cape Verde. Today's video reveals the dramatic turning points this small country has experienced and how it has managed to rise from adversity. In 1456, a Portuguese navigator accidentally discovered these barren volcanic islands and established the first permanent European settlement in the tropics. Cape Verde quickly became one of the most important trade hubs in the Atlantic. Unfortunately, that trade was the infamous slave trade. Even more unexpectedly, due to the influx of wealth and people, this once peaceful archipelago became a playground for pirates. Can you imagine? This was once a real-life haven for Caribbean pirates. Yet behind the prosperity lay endless suffering. Extreme climate and a single industry economy caused repeated droughts and famines, forcing tens of thousands of residents to leave their homeland and seek a living in the Americas and Europe. This wave of migration unexpectedly created a vast overseas Cape Verdean diaspora network. Remittances from abroad remain a vital pillar of the national economy to this day. In the mid-20th century, a legendary figure named Cabral emerged. He awakened the national consciousness of the Cape Verdean people and launched a nearly 20-year-long struggle for independence. In 1975, Cape Verde finally achieved independence, but the real legend was just beginning. In 1991, the country peacefully transitioned from a one-party system to a multi-party democracy. Since then, it has become a model of democracy for the entire African continent. Today, Cape Verde is a world-renowned tourist destination, with services accounting for nearly 80% of GDP and international tourists arriving in droves. However, behind the beautiful scenery lie enormous challenges. A public debt exceeding 110% and an ecological environment extremely vulnerable to climate change, making the country's future full of uncertainty. So what's next for Cape Verde? It plans to achieve more than 50% green energy by 2030 and to develop a blue economy, but it also faces the risks of a debt crisis and the lack of industrial diversification. The 2026 presidential election will be another major test for this African democratic star. Cape Verde's story is one of constant struggle, growth, and transformation. It shows us that even a small country can write a great legend.